He wanted a staircase to be built up, directly reaching the heavenly planet, so that people might not be required to undergo the routine of pious work necessary to enter that planet. He also wanted to perform other acts against the established rule of the Lord. He even challenged the authority of Sri Rama, the personality of Godhead, and kidnapped his wife Sita. Of course, Lord Rama came to chastise this atheist, answering the prayer and desire of the demigods. He therefore took up the challenge of Ravana, and the complete activity is the subject matter of Ramayana. Because Lord Ramachandra was the personality of Godhead, he exhibited superhuman activities which no human being, including the materially advanced Ravana, could perform. Lord Ramachandra prepared a royal road on the Indian Ocean with stones that floated on the water. The modern scientists have done research in the area of weightlessness, but it is not possible to bring in weightlessness anywhere and everywhere. But because weightlessness is the creation of the Lord, by which he can make the gigantic planets fly and float in the air, he made the stones even within the earth to be weightless, and prepared a stone bridge on the sea without any supporting pillar. That is a display of the power of God. So, what is one example? And that is, they're trying to go to the moon and to Mars. But there's a process how you can do that. They're trying to circumvent the process, just like Ravana tried to circumvent the process of developing the mode of goodness and being elevated to the heavenly planets. So he just wanted to he tried to build a staircase by which any low-class person could just walk up to the heavenly planets. So that's trying to disrupt the natural order of nature. And today, governments are attempting to go to the moon or Mars and even live there. So that was the example Prabhupada gave for how are the scientists today trying to change the order of the universe. So they're trying to go artificially to other planets. That's one example. Just like Ravana tried earlier. So what you said is not wrong, but it's just a specific example. Okay? Anybody else do their homework? Okay, go ahead, Prabhu. Give her the microphone. Yeah, go ahead.
I did the first two parts, how scientists are trying to change the order of the universe.
Yeah. And
how Krishna is different from all different living entities.
Okay.
So for the first one, scientists say that they want to go to Mars and live there, but all the properties on Earth are not really there on Mars. And scientists say that they also want to go to the moon, which is not very easy. Second point is that they want to eliminate all combustion engines, such as cars and trucks. One point we should remember is that if a man did not create this universe, therefore a man cannot destroy it. If a man creates cars or toys, the man can destroy the cars and toys. They can't destroy nature because they didn't create nature.
Yes.
They can't alter it either. Because Krishna made all these cycles, such as the water cycle and the carbon cycle.
Yes.
Next is that people dig into the earth to extract oil and put water back in to replace what they took out. But also...
it changes the density of the earth.
Yeah, it changes the density of the earth, which might cause the earth's axis to change.
Yes.
And if that happens, then Krishna will come and save us again because he maintains this universe.
Yes.
And he did last time in the form of Varahadev. And then the next part is that no other living entity has these two qualities, avijñā and swarat.
Yes.
Avijñā means Krishna knows everything, and swarat means he is independent. We don't know everything, and we are not really independent.
Very good.
The brains of such scientists like Einstein, are not products of human beings. We did not create Einstein's brains, and we don't know how to create a brain either. So that is Krishna's doing. And Mayavadis think that they can become one with the Lord when they can't even create things that God did. And my last example is what you gave right now about Rama. He made stones he made the stones weightless while making his bridge. The scientists tried to do research on that, but they just couldn't figure it out.
Right. Very good. Okay.
So I did 4 of the homeworks. So the first homework is that how are the scientists trying to change the order of nature? So I used the reference verse, Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 3rd chapter, 22nd verse.
Right.
So the scientists say that the universe functions in an orderly way, but they're actually trying to change that order by their science. They're trying to go to the moon and Mars, and they're trying to live there. They're trying to mutate animals. They're trying to defeat death. And most importantly, they're trying to change global warming. They think that they can control the weather. But man didn't create the universe, hence man cannot create or destroy it. However, they can destroy their own creations like cars, the internal combustion engine, buildings, factories, etc. They are ignorant to this fact and they keep attempting to change the order of the universe. Srila Prabhupada says that the modern scientists have done research in the area of weightlessness, but it is not possible to bring in weightlessness anywhere and everywhere. But because weightlessness is the creation of the Lord, by which he can make the gigantic planets fly and float in the air, he made the stones even within this earth to be weightless and prepared a stone bridge on the sea without any supporting pillar. That is display of the power of God. Only Krishna created the universe, so only he can alter or destroy it.
Very good.
And then the second homework is, how is Krishna different from all living entities? And the reference verse was Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 1st chapter, 1st verse. So in this purport, Srila Prabhupada says that in this sloka, the particular words Abhijna and Swarth are significant. These 2 words distinguish the Supreme Lord from all other living entities. So Abhijna means fully cognizant and Swarth means fully independent. Nobody else contains these 2 qualities. Impersonalists, Mayavadis, and atheists try to either flatter themselves into becoming God or try to shun the existence of God, but they are actually dependent on someone or something all the time. They are not cognizant and they have no one to protect them from the Lord's wishes.
Very good.
And then third homework is, what is the way to defeat the process of death? And the reference verse is Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 16th chapter and 7th verse. So the modern scientists try to defeat death with material knowledge. They think that defeating death is within their own control. But Srila Prabhupada says, the only hope of suspending the cruel slaughtering process of Yamaraj is to call him to hear and chant the holy name of the Lord. So Yamaraj is a great devotee of the Lord, and he gets pleased when he is invited by the pure devotees to spiritual gatherings. When Yamaraj is satisfied, the death will be suspended. And then the fourth homework was, describe the difference between the literature of crows and the literature of devotees. And the reference verse for this homework was Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 5th chapter, 10th verse. So in this verse, Srila Prabhupada uses the word crows, and crows compared to swans are not the same because of their attitude. Crows are compared to garbage eaters, and they're compared to passionate fruitive workers, while swans are all perfect saintly persons. Srila Prabhupada says that mostly the market literatures which attract the men of the crows categories are literatures containing refused remnants of sensuous topics. They are full of subject matter described in decorative language, full of mundane similes and metaphorical arrangements. Such poetry and prose on any subject matter is considered decoration of a dead body. So Crow's literature focuses on mundane, materialistic stuff. It is books like science encyclopedias and Harry Potter and other fantasy novels. On the other hand, the devotees' novels are the Krishna book, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all 18 cantos, Ishopanishad, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, The Science of Self-Realization, Brahma Samhita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, books by Srila Prabhupada's disciples, for example, Radhanath Swami, Indradumna Swami, Bhaktichara Swami, and there are so many more lectures and kirtans to listen to. So we have so many novels to read as devotees, hence we must forget about any modern materialistic literature and focus on these novels which are about Krishna.
Good. Very good. Hare Krishna. Okay, so here's something that scientists are doing. They're trying to make a half man, half monkey. And they claim it happened already in the 1920s in the United States. And recently also it's happened. Let's see here. So these are all things that are against the order of the universe. Scientists create world's first human-monkey hybrid in China in incredible embryo splicing. Let's see where that picture is. So here's the article. Scientists create world's first human-monkey hybrid in China in incredible embryo splicing trial. Scientists claim to have created the world's first human-monkey hybrid in China. Experts hope the breakthrough will eventually allow medics to harvest an endless supply of human organs for life-saving transplants. Okay, so how scientists create a chimpanzee. A chimpanzee. They take stem cells from an adult human and these stem cells are merged with an early stage monkey embryo. And then this hybrid embryo is implanted in a female monkey. And their ultimate aim is to create a monkey with harvestable human organs inside it. That's it. And the scientists came from the California-based Salk Institute for Biological Studies and the Murcia Catholic University in Spain. They injected human stem cells into a monkey embryo that had been genetically modified to deactivate the genes that control organ growth. Stem cells are the body's master cells with the potential to become any type of tissue or bone. The team say the cells survived and formed a hybrid embryo, which, if implanted in a female monkey, could have been born. But the experiment was ended before the embryo could grow further. Why? Because if you create a hybrid, what if the hybrid escapes? and then mates with a human being, then you could start a whole. Yeah, they didn't finish the experiment because it's not, you're not allowed to do that. I mean, it would, if that half man half monkey escaped and breeded with other human beings or monkeys, you could have a whole race of half human, half. But there's no guarantee that it will work. There's no guarantee that it will work. That you actually get a half human, half monkey. And believe me, they've tried it before, and they haven't succeeded. But they talk about it as if it's some big thing. Yes. Yeah, but what happened is they found out that scientist in South Korea, he faked the whole thing. It didn't actually happen. So there's a lot of cheating in science. Okay, so very good. You did your homework. So today, we're going to continue. So it's Shrestha, you did all the homework, right? You answered all 4 questions. Yeah, very good. Okay. So today we are going to study the 4 ways that Maya can attack you. Write this down. 4 ways that Maya can attack you. The 4 ways that Maya can attack you. Right? You got it? You write it down? The 4 ways Maya can attack you. So number 1. You have a pen? You want one? The 4 ways Maya can attack you. Write that down. So number 1, a person wants to be known as a religious leader for fame and power over people. That's one way Maya attacks you. A person wants to be known as a religious leader for fame and power over people. Okay? And okay, famous Christian preacher leaves Christianity. Okay, so a person wants to be known as a religious leader for fame and power over people. So that's one way that Maya can attack you. And then secondly, write this down, a person neglects religion and tries to become wealthy in order to have fame and power. A person neglects religion or rejects it and tries to become wealthy in order to have fame and power. A person neglects or rejects religion and tries to become wealthy in order to have fame and power. So point 1 is, both 1 and 2 are about achieving fame and power. Right? Power over people and becoming famous. So a person wants to be known as a religious leader for fame and power. So there's an example here. His name is Josh Harris. And he's written some books, and he became very famous and known as a Christian preacher, and he converted people to Christianity. But then recently, he rejected Christianity, or he walked away from Christianity, and he said, "I'm no longer a Christian." So he's become famous. He was already famous as a Christian preacher, and he wrote controversial books. Now he rejected Christianity, and he's become even more famous, and he's going to write books on why he rejected Christianity, which makes him famous, and he'll have power to influence other people. Okay? And then the third way Maya attacks a person is a person wants to have fame and power and wealth. Okay, so the second point is the first point is one for fame and power, one wants to become known as a religious leader. The second point is one tries to become wealthy in order to have fame and power. So they leave religion and they try to make money. Now the third is a person wants fame and power and wealth, but also unlimited sense gratification. Fame, power, wealth, and unlimited sense gratification. This is the third way Maya attacks a person. And then the fourth way, so the third way is a person wants to have fame, power, and wealth, plus unlimited sense gratification. And number four, when a person is frustrated by their attempts to be religious for fame and power and wealth, and then get wealth and sense gratification, when they're frustrated in achieving these four goals, they become an impersonalist, and they want to become one with God or become God by rejecting everything in the material world. So the fourth one, if a person is frustrated in their attempts for fame, power, wealth, and sense gratification, then they become an impersonalist and want to become one with God or become God by rejecting everything in the material world. When a person is frustrated in attempts for religion, fame and power, wealth, sense gratification, they become an impersonalist, and they want to become one with God or become God by rejecting everything in the material world. Now there's an example of a person that went through this whole process. And his name was Bhagavan Rajneesh. Have you ever heard of him? Yeah. I'm glad you never heard of him. So this Rajneesh was a man born in India, but he was an iconoclast. I-C-O-N, I-C-O-N, I-C-O-N-C-L-A-S-T. I-C-O-N-C-L-A-S-T, iconoclast. I-C-O-N-O-C-L-A-S-T. I-C-O-N-O-C-L-A-S-T. An iconoclast is a person who attacks beliefs or institutions. It's a person who attacks or tries to destroy beliefs and institutions. So Rajneesh was born in India, and he had studied the Vedas. Yeah, you go right ahead. He studied the Vedas, and so the rest of his life, he went against the Vedas. If the Vedas said, don't eat meat, he said, you can eat meat if you want. The Vedas said, don't take intoxication, he said, you can take intoxication. If the Vedas said, no illicit activities, he said, you can do illicit activities. That's called an iconoclast, right? Okay, so we'll have Arti now, and then for a few minutes we will. Anyway, your homework is to understand these 4 ways that Maya can attack you, and you can understand the word iconoclast. Look it up in the dictionary and study the word, okay? You're just in time for the end of the class. The class starts 6:30 and it ends at 7:30. So congratulations, you get the prize. So we're going to have Arti now. Guru Puja for Srila Prabhupada.
Oh.
So you got to learn how to chant. Guru Puja, right?
So Jaya Jaya
You learn pretty well. Use the word,
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Bandamuni Savadana Mate Bandamuni Savadana Mate Chahara prasade bhai e bhava toriya jai Krishna prapti ho jaha hoy te Gurumukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Kya Arana Kori Ho Mane Asa Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati Jai Prasade Pure Sarvasa Chakshudan dilo jai janme janme Prabhu se Chakshudan dilo jai janme janme Prabhu se Divya Gyan Hriday Prakasito Divya Gyan Hriday Prakasito Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinasa Jate Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinasa Jate Vede Gai Jahara Charito Vede Gai Jahara Charito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokera Jivana Ha ha Prabhu Koro Doya Deho More Pada Chaya
Ha ha Prabhu koro doya deho more padachaya. Ebejas kusuk tribhuvana. Ebejas kusuk tribhuvana. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Augustia, you read the translation of the song. You need the sheets that you would just put away. The lotus feet of our spiritual master. And we offer flowers also. Go ahead. Read out loud. Where's the microphone?
The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates. By him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Lokanath Goswami, O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds.
Haribol. Okay, everyone can offer some flowers to Prabhu and bow down. So this is what we're learning today. Here, take the sheet. Take the sheet. Bring these out. This is what we're learning today. Take the sheet. Okay, so the example of this is a nonsense guy named Rajneesh. So tomorrow morning I'll explain how he was attacked 4 ways by Maya. These 4 ways. This happens to a lot of people. And their motivation is fame, power over people, wealth, unlimited sense gratification. And when they fail in getting these four things, then they become a Mayavadi, an impersonalist. And they want to be one with God. See, in other words, first they want everything, and when they can't have everything, then they reject everything. Both things are Maya. So what's the right thing? Gus, do you have an idea? What's the right thing in life? Yeah, so pure devotional service, you don't want everything for yourself. What do you want? In pure devotional service. Arush, what do you want? Pure, what? Krishna's what? Pleasure. Yes, exactly right. You want to please Krishna with everything. Whereas a person who's attacked by Maya, they want everything for their own pleasure. Right? And they think that, by becoming famous and having power over people and having wealth and unlimited sense gratification, they will be happy. But everyone's going to be frustrated in achieving those things, because we get old, we get sick, and we die. So then, when they can't have all these things, then they say, well, I don't want any of these things. It's all, I reject everything. And they become a Mayavadi. And they try, by rejecting everything, to become God, by merging into the light. All these things are Maya's tricks. And if you recognize this and you see this, then you see how people ruin their lives by becoming victims of these four ways that Maya attacks them. So if you want to be unhappy and unsuccessful in life, then you ignore this lesson today and you just follow Maya's ways. But if you want to be successful, you have to recognize when Maya is attacking you, and you resist it by doubling down on Krishna consciousness. Okay, so your homework is study these four things and explain how you would resist falling a victim to these four things. What would you do to resist becoming victimized by point 1, 2, 3, and 4? Okay. And then tomorrow I explain how there's this one person who did all four things and had a complete failure in his life. Haribo, O gracious Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we'll continue tomorrow. You want to be a failure in your life? No. Okay, so you better learn the lesson then. Huh? Okay, yeah, let me hear.
The question was, how are the scientists today trying to change the order of the universe?
Right.
Answer. Number 1, the scientists think they can fix global warming by eliminating cars, trucks, trains, planes, and anything else with a combustion engine. Even if they take out these things, there will still be global warming, because global warming is not man-made. Therefore,
there'll still be climate change. It could be global warming or global cooling, either way. called climate change.
Because it is not made man-made, therefore we can't take it away because Krishna made it. Number 2, scientists are trying to fly to other planets and live there, like Moon, Jupiter, etc. Every planet requires a specific type of body to live there.
Yes.
All planets are made of 5 elements, but in different quantity. Like on the sun, main element is fire and a little bit of the other 4 elements.
Right.
Also on Earth, the main element is water and a little bit of other 4 elements. As per Srimad Bhagavatam, if we want to go to other planets, we have to worship the demigod of that planet and then change your body suitable to that planet. 3, we can't change the order of nature, that is birth, death, old age, and disease. Scientists can't make things which free you from birth, death, old age, and disease.
Excellent. Very good. On the earth, the body is made of mainly water, some earth, and a little bit of fire and air, right? I think it's like 70% water and like at least 20% earth and so forth. You can look that up tomorrow. But the main element is water. Okay, thank you very much. And you have your homework, and we'll see you tomorrow on time.